Are you having issues with stray stitches? What exactly are stray stitches? Stray stitches are the small little stitches that stick out from up under the top stitch, whether it's satin stitches or whatever embroidery design it is that you're using. So in this example, this is a little stray stitch. And here is the underlayment stitches. Let's zoom in a little. Well, that's a lot of it. But here are underlayment stitches. And in this instance, I edited this design to make one of the underlayment stitches stick out higher than the satin stitch that goes over the top of the underlayment stitches. So if you're having an issue with stray stitches, whether it's from the underlayment or whether it's from a digitizing issue where the stitch is out of line from the rest of the other stitches, we have a fix for you today. We are going to fix it with this program. It's called So What Pro. It's a $65 embroidery editing program. It is very powerful. I've been using it for almost 10 years now. Absolutely love this program. Very affordable, very helpful, and easy to use. Let me show you. So here is the letter that I just embroidered in that example. We're going to come down here to the lower right-hand corner, and we're going to use this zoom bar here to zoom in to about 300%. Now, as you see right here in the middle, that's the stray stitch that's sticking out farther than the satin stitches that go over the top of this design. How do we fix this? Well, the first thing we want to do is be sure that you have the correct view before you start trying to edit your design, like this process we're going to take. The correct view is easily found by going up here to the menu across the top of Sewit Pro and click on View. And then you want to make sure that this option for stitch points is selected and highlight the check mark is beside it. And then this right here is texture. If you select it, this is like a live view to show you what your embroidery is going to look like when it stitches out. This isn't what we want. This isn't helpful. So make sure that that's turned off by unchecking beside where it says texture. Now what we want to do is zoom all the way in and going back down to this slidey bar. This zooms in all the way to 1000%. Look at how much easier it is to see each one of these stitch points. Here, you'll see the little square represents a stitch point. In this mode, you can't click on it, it won't let you. So what we need to do in order to select the offending stitch point is come up here, back up to your toolbar area where the little icons are and grab this icon, which looks like a little pair of scissors, and it says open cutting toolbar, or you can do the tooltip or shortcut, which is alternate S on your keyboard. Once you select that, now it opens up this menu right here. It says cut pattern, it select points, select colors, anchor points, hoop, guide, split it, stitch, and eraser, close, and help. All right. One of the easiest ways to fix this problem is to erase that stitch, which is super easy to do. Click the eraser. Now you got a little eraser icon, and you can just hover over this and click right there, and it will, or hold down your mouse button and erase the stitch, and it will erase that stitch. And when you hit close, it'll ask you, do you wish to perform that erasure before closing? I don't want to, but if you did, that would get rid of that stitch, and that'll fix the problem as well. But that's not, in my opinion, the best option because you may need this as a good foundation for this design. So you want to be careful. What we want to do is we want to actually move this stitch back into place where it belongs, which as you see these foundation stitches, you know how with this particular design, it does the zigzag for the base, as I showed in the image. That zigzag for the base is the underlayment, and then the satin stitch over the top. They're closer together to make that satin stitch. So they're closer together over the top of these base stitches. So this is an underlayment stitch. So what we want to do is go back to the open cutting toolbar. Make sure that select points is highlighted. And when you click that box, actually, sorry, I'm wrong. Make sure select points is highlighted and then click split it stitch. Now you should be able to select individual stitches. And when you select individual stitches, a number will pop up to show you what number stitch that is. So this particular stitch is 1668. And then if you click just behind those stitch lines, you'll come up with this one, 1653. So this is the 1653rd stitch. Now, if you're having issues getting to a box for whatever reason, you can select any one of these and then you can hit the up and down arrow keys on your keyboard to help you get to whatever stitch it is that you're trying to get to, which we were trying to get to the 1651st stitch. So once we grab that, once we have that highlighted, you can click on the left control key on your keyboard, hold it down, and then drag that stitch down into place. Okay. And it's as simple as that. Once you're done, hit close. And now that stitch is where it's supposed to be, which is down below the outer line of the stitches. We'll hit close again. And now all is well for this letter. You don't have to worry about that stray stitch sticking up anymore. You can totally use that process to edit any and all of the stitches in any design that you import into Sew What Pro. So Sew What Pro supports just about every embroidery design um, version that you can put in here. So whether it's DST, whether it's XXX, whether it's Brother, ES, it doesn't matter. You can import all of them into here and edit them and save them as other file extensions. So I absolutely love Sew What Pro. So hopefully that was easy. Actually, another option that you could have done, let's zoom back in. Open the cutting toolbar really quickly, split it stitch, and we're going to grab a stitch. You also, for instance, you don't want this stitch anymore. You can also hit delete, and delete will take the stitch away as well. More so you have the eraser, you have delete, or you can just select a stitch and move it by holding down the left control key on your keyboard. All right, so hopefully you found this helpful to correct any stray stitches that you may have with Sew Pro. If you have any other questions, drop me a message in the chat below, or you can alternatively leave your questions down below in the comment section. That's what I was trying to say. Leave your question in the comment section and let me know if you knew how to do this. That would be cool to know. How many of you guys knew that you could edit a design like that by doing the individual points? All right. Hope you have a great day and happy embroidering.